thought I'd make a short video of me installing this Allure Traffic Master flooring and trying to think what else I can tell you about it. Maybe a stock number or part number. 712324 Allure by Ashlar, I guess. They're 3 foot by 1 foot pieces. Let me show those to you. So this is the floor I started. This is my laundry room. And you need to take your measurements so you don't end up with a 1/2 inch or 1 inch someplace. Mine is 5 foot by 9 foot, so it's going to be pretty close to exact fit. I mean, I'm not going to have to do much trimming. I'm trimming a little bit off the ends. It comes in these 3 foot by 1 foot panels. This one is actually backwards. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have it backwards because I got to cut an inch off of this end. I made a mark there so I can see where to cut it. And then what it does, it'll lay over the top of that gray strip. It's got a gap on the back, so when you get done, it's flat. So I'm going to have 3 foot to the left, and then I'll have 2 foot to the right. And then I'll put 3 foot to the right and 2 foot to the left. Kind of doing that to balance it out so I just don't have straight seams, even though it does line up perfect, or pretty close to it. What else can I tell you? Make sure your floor is relatively clean. Now, this doesn't stick to the floor, so that's not important, but you don't want any pieces of junk underneath. Like this is a piece I cut off. Just want to make sure it doesn't get stuck underneath your flooring. You'll have a lump there. But once you get it centered, you just have to cut around like I had to cut out for the floor vent. And you can see there where I mismarked and I caught it before I cut it. I'll just clean that off. I cut the bottom of my door jambs off with an oscillating saw. Oscillating saw? Oscillating? What's that? Oscillating saw. So that it would slide underneath the door molding better. I was going to take this off, but and actually I wish now that I see what it's doing, I would have. But I was thinking my door, I wouldn't be able to put it back because my door wouldn't open and close. So same thing on this side. It's going to butt right up to the carpet. It goes underneath the trim. The hard part in here is going to be cutting around that dryer vent, but I'm hoping maybe I have a big enough hole saw. Otherwise, I may just make a notch because it's a laundry room, and I'll curve it on the front, leave it gap in the back. Nobody's going to see it. I bought this house 6 years ago, and I've been holding off doing this, but I had to work on my wash machine, so that entailed getting the washer and dryer out of here. So I figured while it's empty, I'll do the floor. Before that, I painted the walls. So now it's going to be good to go for maybe another 30 years. Who knows? I was thinking about replacing all the trim, putting in white, but I'm not going to do that right now. I pulled all the trim off the floor to make it easier to install the flooring, and then I'm just going to put it back, the wood molding that was here. But when I did the kitchen, I didn't pull up the molding. I just tried to be really precise and cut the flooring right up to the baseboard, but it's a little more challenging. Anyway, if you happen to do some of this stuff or want to, it's not really too hard. You can cut it with a knife and a straight edge. If you're making a straight cut like that, you just cut it a couple times, score it with a knife, bend it backwards, it'll break, and then you can finish cutting it on the back side with a razor knife. But all in all, it's a pretty easy job. I left myself a little gap over there for expansion. When I put the molding back on the walls, it'll cover it up. That way it's not too tight in case it decides to heat or expand or contract. Well, I hope this helps somebody out. I'm trying to think Well, you want to start on the end where it overlays, and then when you put your next piece on, you can lay it on top of there. If you do it backwards, you'll be trying to slide the pieces underneath instead of laying it on top. So once I get this cut off, it'll just lay on top there like that. And a person could, if they wanted to, they could alternate the tiles every other one. So you'd have a checkered, checkered floor. But I'm just going to do straight lines on mine. I never really thought about doing alternate tiles, but guy could do that. Just want to make sure you measure it right. Anyway, hope this helps somebody out. And thanks for watching.